Hey everybody, welcome back to that series of Piper's Guide. I'm Martin.
And I'm Derek.
What are we talking about today, Derek?
Well, I've heard a few times about you talking. Hold on. Sorry. All right. And, a few times you've talked about cake in the pipe, and I assume you're not talking about pound cake.
No, and I'm also not going to call you a fruit cake either. So
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
for sure. Let's talk about cake. Cake is the buildup, the carbon buildup after you have burned the tobacco in your pipe. And there's a lot of methods in building this up, but essentially what this cake buildup is for is to protect your pipe. So I have an older one. Let's see, this is a Medico, and this is a find from a flea market where I bought a pipe rack, and the guy just threw them in there with it. And this has a substantial amount of cake buildup. In fact, the buildup on this is pretty extreme. This is probably the most extreme I've seen cake buildup before.
So what's the proper amount of cake that you need?
So it'd be about the thickness of a dime. A dime is about the thickest you want to go. And this probably won't show up very well, but I'm going to show it anyways. So the thickness of a dime is 1.35 millimeters.
Okay.
So at least a millimeter probably makes the most sense. So it's going to do two things. One is going to protect your pipe. It's going to help prevent what's called burnout. The second thing is it's going to prevent your pipe from getting too hot on the outside too, where you're going to lose some of the enjoyment in that process. Now, you can take a pipe reamer and utilize that to grind out some of that cake, and that should be done occasionally. It just really depends on how often you're enjoying a pipe. It's essential for protecting your pipe. It's essential for keeping it from getting hot. Now, there are different methods in doing it. Some of the methods include filling up your bowl halfway down, because a lot of times either you're not finishing your bowls or the tobacco at the very bottom of the bowl is too wet to really burn all the way through. Depends on the blend as well. But a lot of people will fill them up halfway down and start building the cake towards the bottom first. And then they'll start filling up their pipes after they build up a little bit. I am of a mind, just build it up and burn it down. If it's uneven, that's what you get a pipe reamer for, like a senior reamer or something like that. And then just even it out. Otherwise, just enjoy the tobacco. Burn it as often as you want, and just make sure that you are not building it up like this. This is just way too much. Be patient. That's probably the biggest thing with it. Be patient. Enjoy it. Don't worry about it too much. When you start seeing it get a little thick, it's time to go ahead and get a reamer and start grinding it down a little bit. That's a good topic, Derek.
Thanks. I learned a lot that time. Appreciate it.
Hey, don't forget, we go live every 9 p.m. Eastern on Friday on the Literate Friday show. We have a lot of fun on there. Also, like, share, and subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. I'm Martin.
And I'm Derek.
We'll see you later.
Do you have a measurement for our non-American folks that don't know what a dime is?
I would suggest that they contact somebody in the U.S. and grab a dime.
Have them send a dime their way.
That's a great topic, Derek.
Thanks. I learned a lot. Appreciate it.
I learned a lot as well. I'm glad you coughed.
I know.
Showed yourself.
Say that again. Say your line again.